So looking ahead in this exercise that has two quarter notes in the measure, we have a combination of 16th, eighth note rest, eighth note by itself. Here's the rest to make up for the rest of count 2. We have two eighth notes beamed together. This is the same as this. Quarter note rest, eighth note followed by an eighth note rest, two eighth notes beamed together. Again, the reason they had to incorporate an eighth note with a flag is because you had an eighth note rest following it. And we don't beam together rest. Beam together 2 and here, dotted quarter note, 1 and 2 rest. Then you have 4 16th notes beamed together and followed by eighth note flagged, eighth note rest, quarter note. I'm going to put this on a very slow eighth note. And just like we learned in counting eighth notes, if you see them coming up in the piece, it's important to maybe count the eighth notes ahead of when they enter so that you're in the groove already. And here we are with the same thing with 16th notes. You have 1 E and so you can see me continuing to think 16th notes inside this to keep me on track. But let's think of the overall beat for a second. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 E and 2 E and 1 and 2 and. Did you hear me rush this a little bit? Okay, let's slow it even further down. 1 and 2 and. Alright, this is our beat. 1 E and 2 and 1 and rest and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 E and 2. Try that again. 1 E and 2 E and 1 and 2 and. I meant to do a slow eighth note there. So here's our beat. 1 and 2, click, 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 2 and 1, 2, 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 E and 1 E and sorry about that. 1 E and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 E and 2 E and 1 and 2 and. I tend to rush those 16ths. So this is an example. If I was a beginning student, I would take the metronome one step at a time. We were at 63. Now we're going to put the eighth note at 64. 1 E and 2 rest. 1 and 2 and 1 rest. 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 E and 2 E rest. 1 rest. 2 rest. And I would expect you to repeat it at 65, 66, 67, and I'm going to move it up to 75. We've gone through 10 repetitions plus. And 1 E and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 rest. 1 E and 2 E rest. 1 and 2 and. Moving it up further to 85. We've gone through another 10 repetitions, right, on your own. 1 E and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 E and 2 E and 1, and 2, and then if you're really ambitious, that would be that 85 was about the tempo that I would expect you to do it on the test. But if you're really ambitious and you're aiming to get your rhythm very good, you'd work on it another 30 times and move it all the way up to like around 120 or something. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and a 2 and a 1 and 2 and. In class, we've also discussed doing our 16th notes, just going 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. I think I was doing that in the earlier exercise where I was citing 16th notes like 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, instead of 1 E and a 2 E and a 3, excuse me, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. So I was doing the same thing with incorporating the larger beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2,